Welcome back to the Long Island Railroad Montauk branch. In this episode, we continue following Extra 1501 as it switches its way around my layout. Extra 1501 has finished switching Blissville and is crossing Maspeth Creek on its way to Maspeth. Maspeth Creek is not really here, but it's close, and it serves as a good scene separator between Blissville and Maspeth. All trains are required to stop and sound their bell before crossing 49th Street, and are limited to 5 miles per hour in this busy industrial area. The switch list says we have 2 cars to drop off today, the GATX tank car at Howard Rubber and the Wabash box car at M&L Wholesale. Since M&L Wholesale is a facing point switch, we will do it on the way back to the yard. This map shows the area of Maspeth that I model, a bit further east from Blissville along the Montauk branch. In 1951, this area was a vast factory complex, probably left over from World War II. By the 1960s it was gone, replaced by streets and industries similar to much of this area. This aerial photo from 1996 shows the area pretty much as it is today. While the building occupants have all changed, my research indicates that most of the buildings existed in my time period. However, a lack of good data made it difficult to follow the prototype, so there is much more freelancing here than in Blissville. I tried to model this intersection of Maspeth and 49th Street as closely as possible, even down to the width of the sidewalks and the power poles. Here's a view that you don't get to see in person at the layout because it's blocked by the building on the left. You can see the train is just decoupled from the back half so that it doesn't block 49th Street. And it's going to pull ahead and then back down the switch into Howard Rubber and pick up that southern boxcar, get it out of the way, and then put the GATX tank car back behind where it goes, and then put the southern boxcar back and proceed along its way. On the left is Howard Rubber. This building is completely freelanced. All I knew about it was that it was in this vicinity in a brick building, so I kit-bashed Walther's Golden Valley Canning Company by cutting it in half lengthwise and taking the smaller building that comes with it and making the chemical unloading facility that you can see on the far left. By design, there's just enough room there between 49th Street and the siding for Howard Rubber to park one boxcar. If you look closely, you can see where the roof for the unloading dock on Howard Rubber was blown away by Hurricane Winston, who has four paws and whiskers and is not supposed to be on the train table. The blue-gray building there, which is not rail served, is Walther's Bud's Trucking Company, which again I cut in half and made long and narrow to serve as a background building. It just fills a spot. That's all it's there for. Now in the foreground you can see one of my most complicated power poles. It's modeled after the power pole that is in that exact position, and I'm pretty proud of it. Between the rail and Bud's Trucking Company building, you can see the work crews had to move its speeder and its little trailer off the rails to get it out of the way of the train. The speeder was a kit of unknown origin that I got at a train show, but the trailer I made myself, and I think it came out pretty good. The building on the right is cantilever paper. It is modeled pretty much per the prototype, except that I changed the spur so that it comes inside the building and made a picture window for it in the fascia, just to do something different. And here's the picture window. Now the long gray building on the left there is M&L Wholesale. It's in the correct spot and is basically the correct size and shape, but the actual building was not tilt slab construction. That's Walther's modern concrete warehouse, which could have existed in the mid-1960s, what would have been very new. I like the building because it's a good-looking kit and easy to kit bash into a long, narrow background building, like what I needed. This is just a neat shot of the alleyway between cantilever paper on the left and the building that's right next to it. And here's the same view from slightly above and to the right. And here's where I accidentally had the direction set the wrong way and almost ran the train into the camera.